Year 2025. Your astral picture in 2025 will be lively and with a hint of unpredictability, like your emotions. Many planets change signs this year, and some of these will be positioned in a somewhat challenging aspect to your natal sun. Jupiter, the planet of fortune, will be your ally until June and then moves into Cancer. Neptune at the end of March moves into Aries, a sign in which Saturn will join it, until August, and Uranus will make its first appearance in Gemini, between early July and early November. Translated from astrological language, this means that in 2025, you will most likely have to deal with feelings that can hinder your path and unforeseen events that require adaptability. With one clarification, the double transit of Saturn and Neptune in Aries, for now, will mainly involve those born in the first decade. This astrological passage requires patience, foresight, and a little extra caution to manage some complicated moments. However, these are obstacles that you will overcome with relative ease, thanks to the support of important planets such as Pluto in Aquarius, your fixed point, a solid rock you can count on, and Uranus in Gemini, which from July to November will inspire you with creative, clever, ingenious solutions. From February to June, Venus, your guiding star, will make a long stopover in Aries, from where it will focus on your relationships and your needs as a couple. If something is jarring, inside and outside of you, you will notice it already in February. And it will be a good starting point to clarify and lay the foundations for a healthy change. Love and Eros. Your relationships in 2025? If you are in a relationship, the positive transit of Jupiter until June is perfect for introducing novelties into the relationship and also a little lightheartedness, a quality that could prove useful, if not winning, to overcome some small challenges branded Mars contrary. In fact, until April, the hostile passage of Mars in Cancer could spark nervousness for family reasons and erotic dissatisfaction, or see you so busy with work that you have little time available for your loved ones or your better half. Single? This transit could translate into regrets related to a past story or into inner insecurity. The planet, of course, does not deny the possibility of living a relationship, but if a relationship were to begin between January and February, it could prove complicated. Venus will also fuel some uncertainty from February in Aries, a transit that will ask you to connect with your needs, your values, and express them clearly. If there are dissatisfactions in your relationship, it will be impossible to pretend nothing is happening. A slightly cloudy sky, therefore, but which will slowly clear up from mid-April onwards, with the changing of the guard of Mars. May is the month of great recoveries. It will be during this period that you will be able to relaunch your love life, so if you are looking for something new, it could arrive right in this period. In the face of new encounters, however, keep a clear head. At the end of March, in fact, Neptune passes Aries, a somewhat insidious transit that could give rise to illusions and idealizations. Under the effect of a transit of Neptune, people are not as they seem, and it often happens that details that then, in the long run, turn out to be particularly important are not taken into consideration. Work and realization. Your commitment to work, even this year, will never fail, but the energy, take that into account, could be a bit fluctuating, at least until March. Everything changes in April, when thanks to the changing of the guard of Mars, you will be able to leave behind a tiring period and take up your commitments with renewed energy and vigor. If you belong to the first decade, however, the transit of Neptune in Aries could bring out new and different needs and desires within you, and it will be impossible not to listen to their call. When Saturn moves into Aries at the end of May, if the reality in which you find yourself is too tight for you, the first dissatisfactions could begin to emerge. At the moment, you could feel confused, a bit uncertain, perhaps having difficulty understanding what you desire and what you really want. But in the end, you will be able to manage any changes of direction with great skill. In fact, Uranus and Pluto will support you in your decisions, so you will never lose sight of purpose and direction. For your study and work projects, Mercury, the planet of communication, will also be there to create the right energy thanks to its harmonious position with respect to your sign for a good part of the year. Its numerous retrogradations will all occur in the fire signs to indicate that the new year will favor collaborations, business, contracts, interviews in all respects, especially in the summer and autumn seasons. You should take into account a slightly more complicated period, however, from March 4th to May 10th, or when Mercury will make you clash with unexpected events, hitches, oversights, and make communication with colleagues and clients not always easy. Body and mind. A bit of tiredness and irritability could accompany the beginning of the year. Mars in Cancer, until April, is not the best position for physical fitness. Especially since Venus, your guiding star, will also move into a dissonant position from February to April, creating dissatisfaction with your look, your skin tone, your haircut, that imperceptible roll of belly fat that only you notice. Practically, you will have the tendency to focus more on your defects than on your merits. In short, a great difficulty, at least perceived, for you who care about always appearing at your best. In this case, the remedy can only be to fill yourself with aesthetic pampering, massages included, with particular attention to your free time and what you like most. By dedicating time to yourself and eliminating excesses, you can find excellent solutions or at least scale down this fluctuating state of mind. If you are born in September, a somewhat challenging transit for you will be the double passage of Neptune and Saturn in Aries that can manifest itself with physical and mental tiredness, doubts, and a pinch of pessimism. For many Libras, there will be choices to make, new paths to take, and others, inevitably, to abandon, once and for all. Some choices may be more demanding than others. For this reason, you may feel tired and fatigued, or just a little more sad. And that can happen. Any change, even if positive, when it involves abandoning something known, or someone, is never easy. To avoid bad thoughts and support serenity, work on positive thinking, read motivational books, practice meditation, and always keep in mind that for every door that closes, a door opens.